Hey everyone, remember that Sony boombox I did a while back? Yeah, we're doing that same concept again. Except this time I'm fixing a Panasonic FM14 cassette boombox and taking the belts from this GE AM/FM cassette boombox. It's missing its speakers; those are upstairs. I use them elsewhere. And the reason why I'm not too keen on fixing this is even though it has that really cool 80s look, well, so does this, previous owner left batteries in it. The batteries were dated sometime in the 90s, and as you can see, they've kind of exploded, and that really wasn't kind to the electronics in this. This thing does not work right, and I haven't gone much farther than that. But the belts are still good, I found out. So we're going to take the belts from this and put them in this, since they're usually the same mechanism. So stay tuned. So you can see I've got this thing cracked open here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take off these belts. And since most of these boomboxes all have the same mechanism, there's our belts that are still in one piece, and these will be going into here. Now it's time to take apart the Panasonic, and I call this the boombox opener because it's a very long screwdriver and it can get into those deep crevices that some boomboxes have. This one isn't one of those because it's pretty narrow, but it still makes it very nice and very easy to open boomboxes, especially with this nice large handle. Well, this is really kind of an interesting design. I've never seen a boombox made like this before. But, oh, interesting. There's still a belt in there. Well, I guess we'll, just keep going. Just kind of get over the funky design of this. Never seen one made like this before, but I guess this means you can test it or whatever when it's open like this. I'm just going to try this thing on cassette again because the belts are, to me, seem fine. Okay, maybe not. Okay. It's funny, this thing doesn't seem to have bad belts. It just seems to have like a lubrication problem. Because I was spinning this with my finger a bunch. It still makes a lot of noise, but it seemed to free up a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can quiet it down any. Good thing I'm using the HD camera today. There, it's focused. There, you can see the problem. It's the part of the pause mechanism. I guess the plastic's cracked or something. And it's pushing up against the flywheel. Because if let me put my phone down real quick. Where'd that razor blade I had go? There it is. So I'm just gonna try to wedge that down. There. See that? Yeah. Found the problem. I'm gonna have to see if I can glue that. Because, that's where the scraping sound is coming from, and when I had that pushed down and where it was making contact with the flywheel, it spun freely like how you'd expect. Let me see if I can find the super glue or something. Flywheel is removed. You can actually see like the scraping mark it made. And yeah, as soon as I pulled it off, it's in here somewhere. There it is. Those pieces just fell out, so that's definitely our problem, and I'm going to need to glue this back together. this were mine, I probably would have deleted the pause mechanism because I don't use it anyway. There's no real point. Because if you stop a cassette, it will still leave your place off because that's how it works. But since this isn't mine, I'll do it the right way with some super glue. I mean, there's no reason you need to take the pause mechanism apart. It's literally just that piece of plastic. So I'll do that and let it dry for a while. Alright. Now that that's on there, just let it dry for a while, right? Probably be good. I'll have to look at the directions, see how long I'll have to hold it. Hopefully it won't be too long. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this up tonight, get it all back together, and it stay. I mean, at least that's the hope. Oh, I'm still going. Whoops. Alright, now that that isn't going anywhere, it's time to reassemble. And we'll start by putting the flywheel back in. You can see how freely it spins now. There's no more scraping sound, so that's good. And I can see the belts in this thing are really not in all that bad shape. I mean, this one's a little deformed. Oops. This one's a little deformed, but really, it's not all that bad. This looks like it'll probably work itself out after a couple hours of playing, maybe. And I'm going to continue slapping this back together, and we'll give it a test. Alright, the belts are reinstalled. Giving the glue a couple minutes to dry. Or, well, had a couple minutes to set up. Should be good enough for a test. So, here goes nothing. I wonder if this is another dirty mode switch. That happened on the last radio I worked on. I worked the record play switch a little bit. Okay. Yeah, dirty switches. This thing will get its switches cleaned in a moment. Looks like it's working though. And it seems the cat is trying to get in. The tape's rewound. I did not grab the wrong tape. I know this isn't copyrighted because I made it. Well, that was an easy fix. All it took was a little super glue. It didn't even need new belts. I guess the belts and that can go in the next radio. Anyway, thanks for watching and more to come later.